Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I'm Randy and this is a vinyl finds video. It also has some record purchases and a couple of grails that I'm really happy to have found. And I will say that I've collected quite a bit since my last vinyl finds video, so I kind of narrowed it down to some of my favorites that I found. And so let's get right into it. So on the grails, I'm not going to make you wait. I'm going to show them right up front. One of my favorite groups from the 80s is the Go-Betweens, a group from Australia. I showed on my last Vinyl Finds video a record I picked up by them, and then I have another one I picked up earlier. But anyway, I was in the store, and the guy knew that the store owner knew I liked the Go-Betweens, so he made me a deal that I couldn't refuse. So the first one I'm going to show, and this was a sealed copy of Spring Hill Fair, their album from 1984. Bachelor Kisses, So Slow Music, Unkind and Unwise might be three of my favorites. Kind of a cool picture of them look like a cool old theater. But yeah, sealed copy. Their album from 1984. They're kind of a jangle pop, I wish you would call it, jangle rock, alternative jangle rock. But the fantastic group. This was on the Sire label. And then also one of my favorite albums from the 80s, and I already had it on CD, and I tried not to buy everything that I have on CD on vinyl, but when I had one of these I just couldn't resist, and it's 16 Lovers Lane. Like I said, maybe my favorite album from the 80s. The Go-Betweens, just a great album about love's heartaches. Love Goes On, the opening track, is maybe my favorite song by the Go-Betweens. Quiet Heart, Love is a Sign, just a great album. And this was on the Capitol, when I moved to Capitol label. The Go-Betweens. Two albums I never thought I'd find, and so I'm hoping for more. Now I got four records from the Go-Betweens on vinyl. Maybe I can find some more. Now, some of you may have seen the next couple records I'm going to show because they come from Rhino and their new audiophile releases. These are the first ones I bought because they were actually two albums that I did not have. And first one I'm going to show is Ooh La La by The Faces. There's this little Obi strips that there's 5,000, a limited edition of 5,000 copies. I've got 4864 of 5,000. I guess I got one of the last ones. There's the inner parts. And they came with these polyline sleeves, which were nice, except it is so tight trying to fit those into there without destroying the sleeve that I had to use a different sleeve to make it fit. And there's the label, the Rhino label here. But yeah, really great sound quality. Of course, this album originally came out in 1973. Great title track, which Ronnie Lane and Rod Stewart, neither one of them felt comfortable doing, and so guitarist Ron Wood does the singing on that one. But it's got the great rocker, Borstal Boys, and Cindy, incidentally, the first single off this album. But yeah, I wasn't able to compare it to an original, but this sounds amazing, I think. Just a little packaging problems I think they have. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention on the Ooh La La release is it doesn't have the mechanical mouth like the original, just one of these tip-on jackets. But yeah, so you do miss out on that, but a really nice jacket though. And the other one I picked up is by the group Television. Their album Adventures from 1978. Also limited to 5,000. I have number 1712 out of 5,000. It's the second album, like I said, Adventure, which kind of smooths out some of the rough edges, which some people didn't like, but I did. And some of the favorite songs on here are Days, Foxhole, and Ain't That Nothing. Yeah, great album from the group Television. Like I said, same problem. Oh, I guess I didn't show the books on these, which were really nice. There you got about the tape reels, some information on the band and the album. Same thing with the Faces one that I didn't show. Like I said, it's hard as heck to get these back in there. The next group I'm going to show is Gene Loves Jezebel, which kind of brings out one of my problems in my collection is that I had their album House of Dolls, which is lost somewhere in the collection because I cannot find it. I don't remember loaning it to anyone, but I might have to just go buy it because I have not been able to find it. But anyway, this is an album just came out last year. Or no, I'm thinking last year's. 2023 is when it came out. Now, Gene Loves Jezebel were the brothers Jay and Michael Aston. Well, like some other rock brothers, they did not get along. And after a bunch of lawsuits and two Gene Loves Jezebel groups, Jay, which is here, has the rights to Gene Loves Jezebel in the UK, and his brother has rights to the Gene Loves Jezebel in America, or in the US, I should say. And but this album, X Love, Death, Sorrow, is just magnificent. It's got guitarist James Stevenson on here, Jay singing The Man That Time Forgot, the magazine cover, The Light Pours Out of Me, if I can say things. And I really love the Edwyn Collins, A Girl Like You. Some great guitar work, like I said, and really cool cover. This purple, it kind of matches the purple album. And nice inner sleeve, but yeah, this is an amazing album. I really love this one from 2023. Gene Loves Jezebel. They're only getting better. I also picked up the album Sweet Freedom by Uriah Heep. This album came out in 1973. Kind of has some neat packaging that you open up here. You can see the lyrics, and you open up a little more. You see the band there. With, of course, Ken Hensley. You got the vocalist David Byron. And I really remember him and the group. First song I remember, like I said, is Stealin', which comes off this album. I thought this album was a little more adventurous than the one I had before, which is The Magician's Birthday, I think, which is also a really fantastic album. But yeah, like 1973 has the big hit Stealin', Sweet Freedom from Uriah Heep on the Warner Brothers label. Next, gotta get going. From UFO, the album Phenomenon. This has a Hypnosis cover. This is the first album with Michael Schenker, the guitarist. Some of the good songs on here is Too Young to Know, Doctor Doctor, and Rock Bottom. Yeah, just a really great album by UFO on the Chrysalis label. Next, from 1980, from the group The Records, their second album, Crashes, a British power pop group best known for their hit song Starry Eyes, which came off their debut, and not much of a letdown from their debut album. I thought this was really good power pop by The Records on the Virgin label. This was a promotional copy. Next, a little Americana from the group Plains, and the album called I Walked With You a Ways. It's really a duo comprised of Kate Crutchfield, also known as Waxahachie, and Jess Williamson, another songwriter and singer. Great title track, the song Abilene. What is the other one I really liked on here? The Problem With It. Americana Sam, if you don't already have this, you might check this one out. And this was on the, I I have no idea because it doesn't say anything on the label. Oh, Anti. I think Tom Waits was on there for a while. But yeah, there's the label. Now that I have all 4 of the Smiths studio albums, I got the Smiths Louder Than Bombs, which has singles, B-sides, album tracks, BBC sessions. There's a couple of missteps on here on the inclusions, but overall, it's just a wonderful recording. The Smiths Louder Than Bombs, 2-record set. Let's show that on cider. And trying to get all the compilation albums of the Hillbillies and the Hell series. This is volume 8. Country Music's Tortured Testament, 1952 to 1974. Always have cool album covers. Information in here about these obscure songs. There's a couple famous ones on this one. You got Johnny Paycheck and Porter Wagner. I'm not sure the other artists on here. I'd have to look. But yeah, also came on this cool label from from Iron Mountain Analog Research. It was out of Australia. But yeah, it's just madness, mayhem, murder, the struggle against sin, all these obscure country and bluegrass tunes, like Hellbound Train, Porter Wagner, The Rubber Room. You got, where's the Johnny Paycheck song, which I do have on another album. He's got The Cave on here. And pardon me, I've got someone to kill. Yeah. Just some great obscure country, the Hillbillies and Hell series. Albums I wanted to show that I got a little while back, but I haven't shown them yet, and think everyone should look to get them. And that's Nick Lowe's album Dig My Mood. This originally came out in 1988. This was a reissue that came out. There's Nick, kind of this blue cover on Yup Rock Records. Has the great song, What Lack of Love Has Done. Also, Faithless Lover, The Man That I've Become. And one I really like is Cold Gray Light of Dawn, which is an Ivory Joe Hunter cover. But yeah, fantastic album from Nick Lowe. And then I got his new one, to Indoor Safari. This one he did with Low Straight Jackets, which you can see in the bottom pictures there. This was on this brown, well, I don't know if it's called gold, but it looks brown to me. And then, in case you're wondering, yeah, that is Nick Lowe with the drink there. I guess you thought it would be funny. Last, but not least, from 10 years after, their album Shh. The inner side there. Of course, this came right after their great Woodstock performance, and just Alvin Lee's guitar highlights some great blues rock on this one. And on the Durham label, I should say. And that's it. That's my vinyl finds. Hope everyone's doing well. Let me know what you think of those records, and everyone take care.